Hello everyone, my name is ABA Pickle and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Darktide. Today, we're going to be talking about the Infantry Autogun family and talking about where its strengths, its weaknesses, and which ones I think you should be using depending on your class. So we're going to be starting off with the one in my hand, the Agrippina Mark I, the best one in my opinion for the veteran sharpshooter. This thing in general is a slower, higher damage rate of fire combo, and it is definitely a lot better for taking out those specialists at a long range. You can pace your shots out a hell of a lot more. The reload is manageable, especially when you have those reload perks on them. And if we now go over to our lovely friend the Reaper and do our Reaper test with my build, my Volley Fire Forever, which I'm linking in the top right as long as I remember to do it right now. And we are going to test it on this Reaper here. As you can see, this thing absolutely melted him, even at a far back distance. Oh, we're going to wait and try that again in just a second. The damage is pretty substantial for this boy. So let's see, I'll wait for that ability to recharge. More about this weapon, I just think overall it matches the veteran sharpshooter's playstyle a hell of a lot more than the other ones, because you can manage your ammo better and you're not missing a bunch of shots. You're not having to be super close up. But we're going to do the Reaper test now again from back here. As you can see, I can still even control the recoil, which if you'd like to see it, it climbs a bunch of lefts and rights, but typically you're going to see you're going to be making a backwards 7 or an upside down 7. So you're going to want to pull down, and then towards the end of it, you're going to want to also go a little bit to the right and to the left just to kind of keep it centered. It is a little bit unruly if you're firing a full auto, but if you're playing a veteran sharpshooter, it'd probably be best to pace your shots. Remember, as good old Hicks said,
remember short controlled bursts.
So, moving on to the next one of these lovely autoguns, we are going to be going up to the next rate of fire up to the Graya. Now this is the one that I like to prefer to use on my Zealot because it is better for close encounters and it has that fire rate that will take out hordes. It can definitely deal some damage to some specialists and in general will just obliterate a lot of things in front of you. In general, I think this thing's pretty good, but at the same time, when you are at a distance, we're going to do that good old 30-meter test. I'm going to try my best to keep the aim on him and full auto it and take out the gunner from a distance. Okay, I had 8 shots left out of 34. That was my best attempt. I could probably try again. My highest recommendation when using these things is try to go for the 2 stats specifically for stopping power and stability, because these things kick like none other. That is the biggest difference they have between the las guns. They have higher damage comparatively to the las guns, but the las guns are a little bit easier to control. So I think this thing, like I said, is better for the Zealot just because of the fact that you are more up close and personal with it. But that being said, we are going to be doing the good old Reaper test. I won't be doing this one at a distance because I do not believe this weapon excels at it. But just so you can see how quickly it takes out this Reaper. Similar time to kill on it and in general. And if we look at the good old kick pattern, it goes mainly up, zigzagging towards the end. It's going to be hard to compensate for all that, but as long as you keep yourself going down and then like left and right countering the kick, you can actually take out things at a distance, but you really have to think about it. And with me, I like to turn my brain off in these kind of co-op games, and it really doesn't match my vibe in general. So that is the good old Graya. Like I said, not great on the sharpshooter, but pretty good on the Zealot class. If you enjoy playing it, I definitely recommend giving this thing a shot. Moving on to the third variant in the family, we're going with the only one I can seem to get to drop Transcendent, the Columnus Mark V. So this thing is not an autogun or an assault rifle in my mind. This thing is more of like an SMG. And you'll see why, as you can see in this footage. You fire ridiculously fast, and this is personally the one I like on the Zealot class the most, just because you're up there already with your melee abilities. It's good for taking out hordes, which typically you want to be trying to do, or taking out those specialists that get too close. It is a very good alternative when you are getting overwhelmed from your melee to just whip this thing out and just mow down these things. It does penetrate through. Like I said before, stability and stopping power are the two that you're going to want to try and go for. But in general, I am not big on a lot of the classes besides Veteran Sharpshooter. I like my good old basic Soldier 76 class, and honestly, it's just my style. And when we're going over the ratings, I will let you know that I'm a little bit skewed just because I'm a Veteran Sharpshooter main. So if you are a Zealot main or any other main, any other class in general, you might differ on these. So let me know if you agree with my ratings or not. But for the good old columnus, I'm going to give this thing, honestly, I'm going to give it like a B+ for the Veteran and probably an A for the Zealot, just because I think that it does not really excel very well for the Sharpshooter, as we earlier mentioned. When it comes down to the Graya is the one that I think I would give more of an A- rating on the Veteran Sharpshooter, and also on the Zealot. I think both the Columnus and Graya deserve an A rating on the Zealot. And then the Agrippina, or however you want to pronounce that, I don't know, is an A+ on the Veteran Sharpshooter. Not quite that S tier, up there with the Lasgun, the MG 12s, because honestly, it just has that added little recoil, which I know is not a huge deal. It doesn't have the same ammo capacity. In general, I feel like I just gravitate towards the Lasguns more. Maybe that's just me. But in general, I think they are good weapons. For a Veteran Sharpshooter, you can definitely bring the Agrippina into the Damnation difficulty. I feel like you will definitely excel and make sure that you are truly killing things in Zealot or Veteran fashion. I do not recommend bringing these things on Psychers, because obviously you're going to want to bring yourself a staff. I have not played Psyker all too much, but I do know that I've never seen a Psyker without a staff. So if you're using an autogun on the Psychers, I really just want to know what you're doing with your life. But anyway, my name is ABA Pickle. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys agree with my thoughts and opinions on these things, let me know down in the comments below. It's important to know that I don't think my word is law, and I definitely appreciate having conversation with people. So if you have different opinions, please let me know and keep it constructive. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, like it, comment down below your thoughts and opinions on the Infantry autoguns, and subscribe if you want to see more. We're trying to get to 1,000 where we got a subscriber goal. You can learn more on my Discord, which there is a link to down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Alright, real quick, now that the video's over, I just want to quickly talk about the 1,000 subscriber goal. Since we are growing pretty fast, I wanted to just set the goal now. Right now, the idea would be that you guys would vote on a game for me to play for 12 hours during a live stream. And during that live stream, I will have either one of three things. One, I would have the good old one chip challenge to suffer through at a certain point. Two, you would get to decide the color of my hair that I would dye it. Or three, you would get to decide the color of my beard. Now, if we do decide to change the color of my beard, I will wash it out. It won't be permanent color, but if we do color the hair, that would be until it washes out normally and fades away. So there's more information that's going to be posted in the coming days on my Discord. There is a link to it in the description below if you guys are interested in joining. But my name is AJ Pickle, as I stated before. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.